I chose to complete my project on digital presentations. This presentation was created by me, Candace McCatherine. First, I would like to look at the goals that will be discussed throughout this presentation. We will be discussing what is a digital presentation, how do digital presentations work, necessities to use a digital presentation and the problems that may occur, why digital presentation matters in teaching and learning, and we will discuss an activity in which digital presentation could be used in the classroom. What is it? A standard presentation is an activity in which someone shows, describes, or explains something to a group of people. A digital presentation shows, describes, or explains something to a group of people through the use of technology. For example, let's say you are attending a workshop and the presenter is using an overhead projector and slides to convey his material. Compare that to another presenter who is providing that same content using a computer. Now the content is delivered with multiple images to reinforce his points, video clips to demonstrate a process, and the ability to share the presentation after the event. The incorporation of these tools to better convey material and to have more flexibility and time independence with content are both characteristics of digital presentations. Digital presentations can take many forms. PowerPoint has been a popular tool used since the early days of computers to help individuals and groups provide image-rich and visually appealing presentations. In recent years, technology tools have become available online to make presentations even more engaging, interactive, and reachable to a diverse audience. Here you see a few examples of different forms of digital presentations. Dippity.com. You can create media-rich presentations in the form of a timeline, and you can include video clips, pictures, and text to tell a story. Vuvix.com. You can make dynamic electronic collages using multiple forms of web media. On jingproject.com, it is a free project, or it's a free program where you can record what is happening on the screen. And Google Presentation is a free Google account, and you can create collaborative presentations. Here are a few other examples of digital presentations. SlideShare is a very popular tool for sharing PowerPoint presentation and more online, or embed them in a blog or website. Zoho Show is kind of similar to PowerPoint. Glogster is great for educators. Photobabble creates talking photos and has a free iPhone app too. Prezi creates graphical presentations that you can easily zoom in and out of to help get your message across. Not only can tools like these offer a fun approach to presenting educational content, they can also be used by students for assignments and creating their own digital content. How does it work? Online presentation software allows business people to create presentations in the form of a slideshow, which can be controlled and paced by the presenter. Such presentations can be stored on a computer hard drive or disk for the presenter to access in person, live in front of the intended audience. But the software also can be used to deliver and store a presentation via the internet, where the audience members can access it at their own convenience. The technology's portability makes it far more powerful than the paper and slide-based days of the past. I found this quote from Tim Crosby from the How Stuff Works newsletter. Today's software also allows the presentation author to incorporate traditional text and images into their message, but they also allow the presenter to use more advanced media, such as video capture software and screen capture software to bring digital video images and animation into play. Such software is also written to be intuitive and easy to use. Creating the presentation is only the first step. Now you need equipment to deliver the project information to the audience. The common equipment required to use a digital presentation is a computer, a laptop, an iPad or tablet, digital projector. A digital projector is a device that electronically projects information from a computer to a screen. You will also need light pens, a smartboard or a whiteboard, a Dymo Mimeoset, and the Internet access. The picture on the left shows a smart board, and the picture on the right shows the Dymo Mimeoset that can be attached to any whiteboard. Possible problems to encounter. While using technology, it is always a possibility that problems will occur. Considering there are multiple devices that need to be used to view a digital presentation, that increases the chance of something going wrong. For example, the school's internet could be down, the projector could get disconnected, or the bulb could go out. The smartboard or Mimeo program could have a glitch or not work correctly because it needs a proper update. I have experienced technical difficulties with my Mimeo device. It would not calibrate because it needed an update that required a special cord that I did not have quick access to. Since it would not calibrate, the pen would not work correctly. I could not use the technology to view digital presentations until it was fixed. However, digital presentations can still be viewed through the projector. There are problems that teachers can encounter with using digital presentations with their students. Students can view digital presentations on a computer, laptop, or iPad. If the students are not properly supervised, they could easily get off task and use the technology to view non-educational items. It is essential for educators to always be aware of how students are using technology and teach students the proper ways to operate technology. Why does it matter in teaching and learning? Our world is changing. Our job market is changing. Our technology is changing. Our way to access information is changing. Our ability to contribute is changing. And our classroom is definitely changing. The current generation of students was born into a highly technological world. They inhabit, navigate, and communicate within a society which is both technologically rich and informational rich. I ran across this image while doing my research and thought it described this generation perfectly. The mother is responding to the son, "No, you weren't downloaded, you were born." That leads me to my next slide. There's that expression, digital natives. Just because somebody knows how to send a text or get an email, play video games, or surf the internet does not mean they know how to be digital learners. Educators are finding that students do not know how to design a web page, create a PowerPoint presentation, save a file, use Google Documents, or find appropriate research. It is essential for educators to focus on what students need to learn and how to create a 21st century learning environment that delivers results. In a digital world, no organization can achieve results without incorporating technology into every aspect of its everyday practices. It's time for schools to maximize the impact of technology. Digital presentations matter in teaching because it is another tool that engages our students to learn and grow. Digital presentations help connect the students to the content being taught and allows the opportunity to share what they have learned through creating their own presentation. Teachers can use digital presentations to view timelines, explain content, explore diagrams, watch videos, display images, and keep the students engaged. Here is an activity that incorporates digital presentations for students. The standards for this activity come from the Technology and English Language Arts sections. The standards are: use digital tools to access and retrieve information, use digital environments to exchange ideas with individuals or groups, design original works using digital tools, demonstrate understanding of the organization and basic features of print, demonstrate understanding of spoken words, syllables, and sounds. The objective. Each partner group will have a different set of letters. What word or words can you name that begin with the letter blank? The teacher will substitute various letters into the blank. Description of the activity. This language arts activity will allow for students to work with a partner to find objects in the classroom that begin with the initial sound of selected letters of the alphabet. The partners will use a digital camera to take a picture of the items of their choice. The images will then be downloaded to the classroom computer to create a class presentation about letter-sound relationships. This is both a hands-on and technology-based lesson where students can apply their knowledge of letter-sound relationships while incorporating the use of classroom technology. Assessment. The teacher will assess the students through informal observations as they complete the stages of the entire lesson through the digital presentation. The teacher will also observe the students' ability to connect letter-sound recognition as to whether or not their images correspond with the sound of the letter that they were selected. In conclusion, I wanted to show what a digital presentation looks like. This is an example of a Prezi presentation.
Hand in hand on the warm sand, we're walking barefoot and free. In your eyes, I see blue skies reflection, and everything is blue and blurry. Kissed by sun, loved by winds, we're so happy at this lovely place. No sorries, no worries, let it always be a sunny day. Oh, just for you and me. Oh, a sunny day. Oh, let it always be. Oh, a sunny day. Your embrace and your smiling face are making every moment miraculous. I believe as long as we live, our love will be deep and true and cloudless. Take my heart, take my soul. All I need is you to be whole. No sorries, no worries. Let it always be a sunny day. Oh, just for you and me. Oh, a sunny day. Oh, let it always be. Oh, a sunny day. Take my heart, take my soul. All I need is you to be whole. No sorries, no worries. Let it always be a sunny day. Oh, just for you and me. Just for you and me. A sunny day. Oh, let it always be. Let it always be. A sunny day. Oh, just for you and me. Just for you and me. A sunny day.
Here are the references I used throughout my presentation. The handout that I created was the lesson plan for the student activity. I hope this presentation has helped you understand what a digital presentation is and how it can be utilized in the classroom.